Hello everybody, this is Kirby over yonder, and a few months ago I did a video on the top 10 best Adventure Time title cards, and it was a really fun video to make. However, unfortunately, there were quite a few really good title cards that just didn't make it on the list. So I thought it would be a good idea to list 10 more really good Adventure Time title cards. If you want, you can consider these to be numbers 20 through 11, however, in my opinion, these title cards are about as good as the ones from the first list. So here are 10 more mathematical Adventure Time title cards. At number 10, we have Frost and Fire. Look, it's a terrible episode, one of the worst of the entire show. But if I had to give it one thing, this title card is pretty good. I think it does a good job showing the moral dilemma that Finn has put himself in, and there's some really cool details within the Fire and Ice. It also does a good job showing that this is going to be a very dramatic and heavy episode. I really wish the quality of the episode lived up to the title card, but what you gonna do? At number 9, we have The Lich. Man, I love the level of detail put into this title card. Every little detail on the Lich's face just makes you feel uncomfortable, and the tiny Finn and Jake in his eyes brings a sense of fear to the episode. This title card just feels very climatic, which is why it lands the number 9 spot on this list. At number 8, we have Joshua and Margaret Investigation. This title card does a good job making you feel like you're going on an adventure. Making Joshua and Margaret super small makes everything else seem very grand in comparison. I also love how Warren Ampersand has formed into the night sky and is slowly sneaking down on them. It's really good foreshadowing. I really like this one. At number 7, we have Betty. I really love the art for this one, it sort of feels like a painting. I also love just how much stuff is going on in it. It really matches how fast-paced and crazy the episode itself is. It's a very interesting title card, and it doesn't feel like any other title card the show has done, which is why I think it's worth being on this list. Number 6, we have I Remember You. Funny how one of the best episodes gets one of the best title cards. I think this title card does a good job showing off the Ice King's confusion about his identity. When Ice King looks into a mirror, he sees himself, but Marceline sees this other guy that he knows nothing about. It's quite literally a cracked reflection. This could also represent the fact that Simon still is there somewhere in the Ice King's head. Much like the episode itself, it's a very nuanced title card, and I really like that. At number 5, we have Varmints. This title card does a good job showcasing Marceline and Princess Bubblegum's differing personalities. Princess Bubblegum is scared and cautious, and the fact that she holds a flashlight shows off the leader side of her personality. Marceline, on the other hand, is floating with her hands in her pockets, showing that she's very chill, and just goes along with whatever is happening. I also like the use of lighting in this title card. It helps the cave feel very mysterious. It's a pretty great title card. At number 4, we have King Worm. Good god, what is even going on in this title card? Much like the episode itself, the title card for King Worm is just insane. There is so much craziness going on, I couldn't even begin to list it all. But you can tell that the artists had a lot of fun making this title card. It's like they just said, well, it's the dream episode, we can do whatever the hell we want. A twisted up Finn puking up a bunch of Jakes? Sure, why not? But I love just how many little details there are in this title card. You notice something new pretty much every time you look at it. I'm sure this title card is too insane for some people, but it's the perfect amount of insane for me. At number 3, we have You Forgot Your Floaties. This title card gives off a very out-of-this-world feeling to the episode, and I really like that. It lets you know that you're in for something pretty crazy. I also love Magic Man's distorted face, as well as all of the sci-fi imagery surrounding him. It's a crazy but really cool title card. At number 2, we have Incendia. What I love about this title card is just how dramatic it feels. Everything from Finn on the floor crying, to the fire surrounding him, to the dark orange color palette just gives you a sense of dread. It gives off the feeling that Finn is going through something painful in this episode. And the usage of fire helps foreshadow Flame Princess's appearance in the episode. Heck, with the picture of Bonnie right next to Finn, it almost looks like Flame Princess Princess is replacing Princess Bubblegum as Finn's love interest. It makes for a very fittingly dramatic title card. And at number 1, we have Earth and Water. To me, this title card represents self-reflection. Flame Princess is literally looking at her reflection, and in her reflection she sees someone who's angry and dangerous looking. And it makes sense since the episode is about her figuring out why she was locked up in a jar for 13 years in the first place. And she's at a point in her life where she's not really sure who she is or what she's doing with her life. And speaking aesthetically, I love the use of symmetry here. The orange and green top half and the mostly blue bottom half are very pleasing to look at and contrast very nicely. Looking back on it, I kinda wish I put this title card on the first list. I'm not sure where it would have been, but it should have been there. Bygones, am I right? Well, I'm acknowledging it now, and in my opinion, it's one of Adventure Time's best title cards. And those were 10 more really good Adventure Time title cards. I probably won't do another one of these, at least not anytime soon, but please let me know anyways which title cards I missed in both this and the previous video. Stay safe and have a good day. Kirby out.